Hello and welcome to Brutally Excessive about Game Dev Tycoon. My name is Brutally Excess and I'm going to give you my first impressions of what is essentially going to be my epic fail in making making a miserable start and also making a miserable company as far as I'm concerned, because I've attempted this game a fair few times before attempting to make this video, and yeah, basically I fail at each attempt, and I just don't even know. I really don't. Start. Yes, start game 1. There we go. That'll be good. Alright. So, this game is basically about being able to develop your own video games and being able to then publish it and then sell it for cash. And you start your development and you start developing the game. So, you've got 3 options in development stage 1. You've got the engine, you've got the gameplay, and you've got the story. What goes best in a space simulation? Personally, I think engine should be up to the max. In fact, why am I making a space simulation? It's supposed to be space strategy. Can I start this again? I don't know what. I honestly don't know why. Fucking hell. What's wrong with my voice today? Alright, let's try this again. Brutal gaming. I apologise in advance for this horrible voice. Right, let's try this again. Start game. I'll just call it that instead. Right, space strategy. There we go. Right, for the G64. And we're going to ramp up the cost a bit. This is the way that I always start, simply because your game is bound to sell. So yeah, space strategy. What do you put in there? Well, I'm going to ramp up the engine, I'm going to ramp up the gameplay, we're going to have no story, of course, or very little at least anyway, at any rate. So that's how we're going to do that. That's game development stage 1. And as you can see, these bubbles sort of start appearing. You get bugs as you start developing, as you would expect. And then of course you work on your design and you work on your technology. As a consequence, what you do, you research for all of the different things here. So what I would do is I would research dialogues, I would research level design, I would research artificial intelligence. I would put so much research into it and then put that research into design or technology. Essentially, you also get remaining research, and that essential remainder goes into those points there. Now, in a space strategy game, what you would expect is high artificial intelligence, fairly good level design, and very little dialogues. But we want to have maximum artificial intelligence, as much as we can get. There we go. Alright, so over here what we've got in development stage 3 is particular features you can actually implement into your game. You'll unlock these over time, and what was I going to say? I honestly can't bloody remember. Oh yeah, okay. So development stage 3, yep, this is the last stage, and there's obviously world design, we've got graphics, and we've got sound. Now, sometimes the features are actually rather important to justify which of these you should choose. Currently, since we have basic sounds, we're not going to need to put much time into sounds, so we can actually just ramp that down to literally 0. Graphics, we can keep in the middle, and we're going to ramp up the world design. Let's see what happens. Now, don't want to finish it just yet because I want to ramp up the bugs, and time is actually an important thing in this game. Refurbish the game a bit. It's still refurbishing? Okay. Okay, now let's finish. So let's see how this goes. New topic, new combo, great combo. And you get bonuses for trying out new topics, trying out new combos, and if you match good combos, then obviously you'll get the great combo bonus as well, and that goes up to 1.6. Maybe you can get further than that, I'm not entirely sure yet. Release game. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Beautiful. Okay. Not bad so far. Shows potential. It's worse than last time. They shouldn't forget about sound. Yeah, well. Okay. It wasn't a great start, but it wasn't too bad. Got some 7s in there, so should make some money. Start game. Made it at 58. It's not bad. Not bad so far. And I think now would probably be a time to create a new game. Now, what I tend to do is in fact actually choose specific topics and genres first. So I think I'm going to choose a military simulation. And what am I going to call this? iPop. Because that works in a military simulation normally. I would have thought so anyway. 2D graphics, yeah, can do that. Obviously, as you can tell, the simulation in the background sort of does its job as you're developing new games. Military simulation, again, you don't really need stores or quests. Got to keep this the same. We want a lot of military, we want a lot of simulation. We don't want story. It's not an adventure game. I'm going to ramp up the level design, and I'm going to reduce... Actually, would that be a good idea? I mean, this is a simulation, so to some extent I guess you do kind of need artificial intelligence. I'll keep it like that for now, see what happens. I'm not an expert at FPS, honestly, or military, or simulation, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Whatever. That'll be fine. Alright. Gonna improve the graphics. Gonna slightly reduce it on the world design, and we're gonna make the sound a bit higher as well. Okay. I think we're good to go. Now, I mean, that last game didn't really sell that well, so I think it might be a good idea to, of course, make the sound assets. Okay, let's finish up. New record on design. Probably by only 1, but oh well, still good. See how well I do. Can actually click the screen to actually make it faster. And yeah, it's basically play on words of current real life consoles and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, enjoyable. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Average again. Oh. Beautiful. Okay, 7787. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Doing alright. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go into contracts. So basically, with contracts, what you can do is select things that you can do in order to essentially accumulate more research if you need to. So as you're of course working for other people, you can of course gain more research as you're doing so. So it's sort of a good way of making money as well as a good way of research. It's not exactly the best way of making money, of course. Obviously, the best way is to make video games and sell them, but it's it's an okay thing, I guess. Well, that's easy. I'm gonna take a risk, and I think I'm gonna accept this one. I should be able to do it. Hopefully, I should be able to in 4 weeks, possibly. So as you can see, the research is going up. Is it actually going to do it? Am I actually going to do it? Oh, that was so close. Oh my god. I thought I could do that. Obviously not. Okay, never mind. Oh, we all know about Nintendo, don't we? Invento. Well, iPop seemed to do really, really well. So, I think what I'm going to do now is develop a new game. Let's go for a medieval RPG this time. G64 again. And I'm going to call it... actually, let's not give away real life ideas now. Yeah, I am actually thinking about making my own video games company in the future, which is the reason why I don't actually make that many video game videos on this channel. I just do it now and again because I actually feel like doing it, because I feel it's in the right notion to do so. I don't know. I'm tired. Anyway. Horrible medieval. There we go. Horrible medieval 12,000. God damn it. um. Slacker 7,000. There we go. It's a thing now. Alright. Gonna focus on gameplay. And we're gonna have a bit of story and quests. Actually, we'll reduce a bit down on the gameplay, I think. And we're gonna have lots of story, lots of quests. I mean, it is an RPG. At the end of the day. Sweet. Medieval RPG. Okay, I think we're going to reduce the AI because AI just isn't really there in terms of RPG back in those days, at least anyway. Dialogues. Can have a little bit of dialogue, don't really need all that much honestly, but lots and lots of level design. Can now research the new game engine, and game engines are actually really important. It's a great way of actually teching up your features, but they cost a lot to make. World design, that's gonna be up to max. Sound is gonna go down a bit, I think. Graphics is also gonna go down a bit. I really want to focus on world design for this game. Let's see if this lives up to people's dreams. Let's see if it lives up. Get rid of those bugs. More on design. Oh. Alright. The TS. Or in real life's case, the NES. New record again. Sweet. Let's speed this up. Okay, here we go. How good is it? 7. 8. Oh, nice. Evil and RPG is a great combination. Yeah, it is. Love it. Okay. 7, 8, 7, 8. I'm alright with that. So, pretty much like the other one, iPop. It's a good one, I guess. What I need to make is a killer app, and that's going to have to be for the next console, which I'm actually going to wait for. So I'm going to wait for the console to come out, and then what I'm going to do is research some points into gamepads. So I've got plenty of money. Sweet. And the reason I'm going to wait is because, of course, you do kind of need to make sure that, I mean, this is to some degree, I guess, real time, but okay, hang on. Should be research at some point. Come on. I want that research. Where is it? Do I have to research something else in order to do that? Guess I'll research sci-fi for now. See what happens. Sweet. I'll find some contract work in the meantime. No, I'll be able to do easy. Get a bit more research in there. Oh, come on, seriously. I wanted just one more research, god damn it. Right, I guess I can't actually make a game engine with a gamepad support until I've made an actual game engine. Well, that kind of sucks. Love how there's ping pong in the background. See what I mean? God damn it. Right. So... Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, if we go to research... Yeah. God! Why? Why do you have to do this to me? Oh, God. Find contract work again. Okay, let's try this one. Hopefully I'll actually get 1 point of research and then I can actually research the gamepad. There we go. Complete it. Idiot. Oh well. It's only 5,000, god damn it. Anyway, let's create this custom game engine. What am I going to call it? Brutal 0.1 because it's very much an alpha. Very much an alpha. Gonna make the most expensive one there. Wait, what am I doing? Don't do that yet. Research gamepad first. Why is it? There we go. Right. Now let's create a custom game engine. Brutal 0.1. Right, gonna support the gamepad, save game, gonna have linear stories, mono sound. That's a lot of money. I don't think I'm actually gonna blow it all on that. I think I'll keep. In fact, if I. Actually, I do actually need a license for it as well, which is kind of awkward. So I guess I'm gonna have to just stick with this. All right, because otherwise I'll just lose too much money, and then I just won't have enough money for a license and actually make a game for this new system. So. Yeah. I know. What? Alright, whatever. Okay. So now we can develop a new game. I'm gonna pick a platform and yeah, exactly. It would be nice. It really would. Should I risk it? It's tough. It's a tough one. It's tough. It's goddamn tough. It's honestly difficult. I mean, the dev cost is even gonna cost 30,000 to make another game for it as well. I think I'll just create another game for the G64 for the time being, and pick sci-fi adventure. Actually, no, that wouldn't work, would it? Sci-fi action. There we go. Or would space action work? I guess both works. Alright. What are we going to call this then? Sci-fi action game. Starcry. There we go. I'll do. Right. It's going to cost us 30k. I think that's all going to be good. Alright. For a sci-fi action game, I don't think we need a linear story. Though, I think a save game would be nice. We're going to actually have gamepad support. So, we're going to work on the engine, gameplay, no story. AI in a sci-fi action, we do kind of need it, but level design is probably the most important. In your own time. Alright. Cool. I'm going to ramp up the graphics a little bit. I'm going to reduce the world design just slightly. I think I'll keep sound about the same as before. Ramp up. Ramp up the bugs? No, I meant as in actually reduce the bugs and actually... Yeah, I know. The target audience. Let's finish that now. More in design. Still haven't actually got any... It's actually a great combo as well. Okay, cool. Sci-fi action works. Why do I not click there? I don't even know. New research available joystick. Oh, right, yeah. I was going to say. Alright then. Cool. Is this going to be a killer app? No. Clearly not. Enjoyable. Played it for days. Okay. He raised it high. He raised it high. Okay. Again, another average game. Let's hope this sells enough so that I can actually start making... Okay. Yeah, I do definitely need to ramp up. Actually, no. What am I doing? Let's now create a game for the TES. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait until... Now I can make a new game. TS. We're gonna make a... Ooh. Let's think about this one. Racing simulation? Would that work? Gonna have to research it though. Hang on. Alright, research. We've got enough for 2 researches actually, so I will research racing. Let's start that. While that happens, Starcry will continue to sell. Wow, the sales are... The sales did slightly... Yeah, I kind of don't really need a steering wheel. Well, I could get it, I guess. Or should I get more target audience? Because that is actually very important. And I'll show you this soon. There's probably already many walkthroughs, but this might be the first video that you watch in terms of this game, so who knows. Alright, target audience. Okay, so if you now go to develop new game, you've got these 3 buttons. You've got everyone, young, mature, adult games basically, violence, sex, drugs, you name it. Everyone, suitable for everyone, and obviously young, catered with very little violence, no sex reference, very comical, cartoony sort of thing. Everyone is just sort of like the middle ground of average. No cartoon, none of the mature stuff. Alright. I think we're going to cater for everyone. We're going to make a racing simulation. We're going to make it on the TES and Brutal 0.1. Yes, 2D graphics. Why would it not be? Let's make it... Yeah. Let's make a text-based game on the NES, because that works. That's not. Alright, that looks good so far. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Let's hope Racing Simulation actually does well on the NES or TES, whatever. Don't need dialogues. Level design, artificial intelligence. Actually, we could probably sacrifice a bit of artificial intelligence. Focus mostly on level design. Obviously, we don't want the AI to be too easy, otherwise we'll end up with a very easy game and people would be bored of it. So, probably keep it medium. Alright. Do you have world design in a racing simulation game? I suppose you don't really, do you? Could reduce that down a bit. The graphics, yeah, that's pretty important. I believe sound, ramp that up a bit, maybe. I'll keep that in the middle as well. Focus on graphics for this game. See how well it does. It's all really about testing different things, making sure that your game works. Sometimes you might have to start over now and again, and that's just the way of it, really. You just got to keep on starting from fresh quite a lot and seeing what works. Alright, cool. Alright, let's release the game, see what happens. As soon as the Master V by Sega, essentially, is released. Alright. Game 5. Oh, I didn't name it. God damn it. It's quirky but good. Well, you're retarded. Good despite the name. Oh dear. Oh well. I'm sure it'll do well, hopefully. Hopefully. Rank 19. Yeah, well, we all know that fails, as far as I'm concerned at least. I'm pretty sure my video game history serves me right. Alright, I think I'm gonna research... Should I research a new topic? Let's research government. See what happens. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna find some contract work, I think. Okay, forget that idea. Never mind. Let's just develop a new game. Okay, so what I've seen of this game so far, it's a pretty neat idea. It uses a very, very similar concept to Game Dev Story, which was a Japanese game, but pretty much only in Japanese. A lot of the English community members actually had to, well, what was I going to say? So yeah, some of the English community members actually wanted to, of course, make an English localization for that game as a mod, but obviously that didn't really work out. Now we've got this game, which is of course in English, and as I said, it has a very, very similar concept. And as far as I'm concerned, from what a lot of people are saying and considering, is the fact that this game does have some improvements in terms of the way that it's executed compared to Game Dev Story. But you're going to have to look that up yourself because I didn't actually do my research because I'm an idiot. But hey, that's just me for you. I don't do research on video games, even though I actually play the damn things. Why did I even enter the video game history? What? No, let me try that again. Why did I even enter the video game industry? Industry and history are actually very similar words. God. If I can't be bloody bothered to actually research my history. God damn it. But anyway. So yeah, this game it's an interesting concept, honestly. It does build up from that sort of business simulation style of games. In theory, I guess you could, to some extent, compare it to games like SimCity, because obviously it has that element of money, it has that element of popularity, as in your fans, it has that element of time, and obviously you've got building up and stuff like that, which again is kind of like SimCity. So I guess you could compare it to that to some extent. As in the new one, not any of the older ones. Obviously, the older ones are too complicated to even compare to this, but I hope you understand what I mean by that. Graphical fidelity, from what I can tell, it actually looks as if the game was developed purely off the .NET framework, and I kid ye not. As far as I'm concerned, the game looks as if it was developed from the .NET framework. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's just what it looks like. The simple graphic style, the very simple animations. It's very Windows 8-like in terms of graphics. Very, very simplistic. But I think that actually complements the way that this game runs pretty damn well, and I think I might as well actually develop this game before I move on to talking about what I think are the flaws of this game. So hang on a minute, this is a government sim, and since I was talking about SimCity, let's call it Fail City. There we go. It had to be done. Oh god. Let's see what happens. Shall we actually... Should we make it for the TES? I don't know. Nah, let's make it for everyone actually. God. Actually, I think a mature audience would probably cater for government simulations simply because an older audience would probably be more suited for government simulation, if you understand where I'm coming from. Because obviously there's more and more people within government that are older, in the older generation. Alright. It doesn't have to be violence or anything like that. Okay, so obviously there's going to be no story, no quests. Going to have lots of gameplay. Gonna go down a bit on the engine, I think, actually. Actually, no, we're gonna have to actually have that engine on max because obviously government sim it's gonna be a lot of saves, a lot of in-depth saving, in fact. All right, cool. Okay. Alright then. Yeah, so obviously you get sometimes these interviews and you can actually get hype about it as well. So this is the hype as it currently stands at the moment. Okay, level. Obviously, the artificial intelligence needs to be pretty high. We're gonna have a little bit of dialogue here and there, and level design we're gonna ramp down slightly, I think. Actually, do it like that instead. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good. Casual games, yeah, because people actually played that in the 90s. Sure. Um, Graphic quality, not so much. Need lots of world design. Sound, reduced slightly. Hang on, did the older generation actually use a Nintendo? I, don't, I, I think this is literally going to be another fail city. Let's try it, shall we? Let's actually try this. Will this be the killer app for Nintendo? God. As we all know, the Commodore actually fails at some point. New combo. Great combo. Yay. And I'm still level 2 on everything, even though I've actually... Have I released like 4 games now? Probably have. Quirky but good, yeah, I thought so. It's pretty... Oh, what? Okay, rated it a 7. 7. 7. 6, 7, 7. Okay, so it's not quite fail city, but still. I'm gonna make a few games for that. That's pretty cool. I remember getting a Game Boy. Even though it's completely different. The game received good reviews, but it seems that the chosen platform isn't very popular. Yeah, I thought so. So sometimes you can get things like that pop up, and it'll tell you like the ratings for particular research. Okay, interesting. Fail Cities seems to be doing pretty damn well for us too. Wow. Alright. I think research. Methinks research. No, give the steering wheel. Then I think after that I'm gonna actually 2 seconds. Gonna research one more thing. I think joystick. Should I give it a joystick or should I go for another? Oh, alternate history. Interesting. Pirate, spy, fantasy. Huh. I'm really not sure. Let's go for... Let's go for alternate history. That sounds pretty cool. I think people would be interested in that. Alternate history. Alright. And the Nintendo Game Boy has been released as well. Sweet. So, custom game. I'm gonna go all out on this. Brutal. 0.2. Actually, no. It'd be more like 0.4 now in theory. I haven't got much cash though. That's one thing to consider. Alright. Sweet. New market research available. Marketing is also very, very important, and the reason why is because you can actually gain wider audiences. You can gain more hype as a consequence while you're developing a game, and thus actually possibly increase sales. You might not. It could be a complete and total disaster, so you actually have to market wisely. And I'm not a very good marketer, to say the least. Alright, so I've created a new engine. Let's make a new game. I'm gonna pick sci-fi RPG. I am going to make it for young people because I'm going to make it for the gameling. Because we all know that's for happy young kids who want to play Pokemon or Mario. On Brutal 0.4. And I'm actually gonna fall under... Wow, okay, that's fine though. Just gotta develop this pretty quickly. What should I call it? I don't know. It's completely random as far as I'm concerned, and wow, that's a lot of money. I can't afford that. Excuse me. Right. Obviously we're not going to support a steering wheel, that would be stupid. We're going to support a linear storyline, we're going to have that, and then we're going to have a little bit on engine. Gameplay, story and quests. Okay, cool. Dialogues, max. AI, very little. Actually, yeah. Dialogues, max. If you have more than 1 million in cash, you'll be able to move to the next level. Don't worry, this will be a killer app. Maybe. Not my like it probably won't, but you know. Ouch. It's gonna cost quite a bit. Okay, graphics. Not so worried on that. Sound, not so worried on that either. In fact, yeah, let's even those two out a bit. We're gonna reduce the bit on the sound, and there we go. A lot of design, not so much technology. Oh god. Yeah, so I get bailed out, unfortunately, because I didn't finish it in time, and I'm just going to finish it right now. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to actually pay that money back at some point, so hopefully this will actually be a killer app. And then obviously I'll be able to level editor, open world, sweet. That's what we all want. Awesome. Okay, do it. 10. Sweet. 10. 10. Wow. 9. Oh, damn. I could have got all 10s. Oh well. And look at all of those sales. Because as we all know, stuff like Pokemon sold millions. And that's essentially how you get money. Basically. You start off small and then you get bigger, essentially playing out in exactly the way that video game history played out, which is one of the really big issues with this game that I have, if I may be honest. Yes, it's an interesting game, but as far as I'm concerned, because it in fact uses video game history as a template for this game, it doesn't really have any originality as far as I'm concerned. It borrows elements from other games, and while the graphic style is neat and the way that it all works and stuff is kind of neat, the whole idea of basing it on video game history is, in my opinion, a bad idea, because what you're essentially doing is saying, I'm just going to make this game as boring as possible. And I'm not trying to hate on these guys or anything. I actually have potential. I actually think this game actually has potential, but unfortunately, it just doesn't really have the momentum it should have in order to be a good game. I think if this game needs, in order for this game to actually sell good, I think it needs to add more variety. And from what I can tell, there's no way you can actually implement mods into this game either, which is quite a disappointment as well as far as I'm concerned, because simulation games like this actually does really, really well in modding as far as I'm concerned. Really well. A lot of simulation games actually get a lot of help from modding. SimCity is one of the big ones for modding in terms of simulation, and we all know that that has one of the biggest. In fact, SimCity 4 has one of the biggest modding scenes in the PC market, probably even today as well. So that's one of the reasons why you should actually add mods to your simulation game. And the reason why is because obviously it gives more people a variety, which would be good. Giving that variety would be good for this game. It will make it more healthy. Alright, I think I will research level editor and then I will start on a new game. And yeah. So yeah, that's one of the flaws. Another one of the flaws that I feel is kind of a flaw in terms of marketing, at least, is the fact that these guys actually cracked their own game and pirated it on pirated their own game on a pirate website in order to essentially say, you're a pirater, we're going to make you go bankrupt. So basically what they're saying is, in order to essentially have hackers have more time to crack the game. Essentially, what they've done is reduce the time in which the hackers would essentially crack the game and give them the game for free, which is doing what exactly? Obviously, that's going to hurt your sales. Why you would pirate your own game like that, I really don't know. I think that was a stupid idea. Really stupid idea. If they wanted sales, they wouldn't pirate their own game. Seriously, what the hell? I mean, sure, they actually want to understand and give pirators an idea of why pirating a game is bad and why it hurts sales. But doing it in that way is just stupid as far as I'm concerned. Really, really stupid. I think they should have thought about that a bit more properly, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. And when you search Game Dev Tycoon into Google, it doesn't come up with the Game Dev Tycoon's official website as the first result. It in fact comes up with so many more results about piracy than it does the actual game itself, which is just insane. I mean, what the hell? This marketing has gone towards more piracy than any other game as far as I'm concerned, which is just plain stupid. Bloody hell. I mean, I apologise for really hurting these guys' feelings, and obviously they've put a lot of effort into making this game, but at the same time, what the hell are they doing? People are going to pirate this game, yeah, but now you're just giving them more of an excuse to. If you want to make money, don't pirate your own game. It's as simple as that. Stop losing sales and make them. And the only way to make them is to essentially ignore piracy and hope for the best, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, don't ignore it completely, but at least for the time being. Obviously, you can't really do that now. Anyway, create custom engine because we can do that. Level editor, I'm gonna make it brutal 0.5. There we go. I got plenty of money, so that's all good. That's cool. That's fine. Now you do pay more expenses if you do move into another office, so I'm not actually going to go into another office just yet. Obviously, if you do move into another office, then obviously you're gonna get options to hire people, and I'll obviously show you that at some point. Alright, there we go. That's done. Now I can develop a new game. And that's got a kid for the young again. I'm gonna put it on the game link because that's the most used console there is at the moment. Mario. I automatically think Mario and I don't actually have a topic for Mario. Okay, never mind that then. Let's research something first. New topic. Mario is definitely very fantasy. Let's do that. Guess it'd be more of a fantasy action. Since there's no such thing as platformer yet. Would essentially be an action platformer, but unfortunately there's no such thing as a platformer. Not as far as I'm concerned, at least, anyway. Alright, develop new game. Young. Platform, game link. Fantasy. Should it be adventure? The fantasy adventure work? I suppose it would. I suppose it is more of an adventure game because there's actually less action and actually more adventuring. It's obviously not an RPG because your character doesn't progress in any way, shape or form. It's not really a story to Mario. It's just save Princess, kill Bowser, and that's pretty much it, really. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I think adventure. I think that's the closest I can get. Brutal 0.5. Killer row. There we go. What? Didn't even know. Right. Gameplay. Engine. Max. Story quests. I can be in the middle. As I said. Actually, quarter. As I said, there isn't really that much story in that sort of game anyway. Fantasy adventure. And yeah, it is in theory a linear story. Sort of. Actually, let's get rid of that. I don't think we need that. Actually, yeah, let's just put it in there anyway, just for good measure. Therefore, it's not Mario. And sometimes you get these really weird messages. Borrow some research information which might be of interest to you. Yes, we're going to have a level editor. We're not really going to have much artificial intelligence. We're definitely going to reduce the dialogue. Don't need much of that. Artificial intelligence can... yeah. Need a lot of level design. A lot of focus on level design. Alright, world design, yeah, that's important as well. Graphics, sound, well, I guess I could just increase that slightly. Make it mono sound. Since the Game Boy, or Gameling in this case, actually supports that. Let's do this. Alright, finish. New record for both, sweet. And it's a great combo as well, pretty cool. I'm glad I found that out. Click and yeah. Release game. Better AI. Not yet. I want to make one more killer success. See what happens. Oh wow. 10. 10. 9. 10. It was pretty much the same as last time. Come on now. Right, so this is basically gonna sell loads again. Killer row. Rank 1. all of that money. Alright, so I think now's about the time to actually move in to a new office. And personally, I actually recommend making 2 killer apps for the game link first before actually moving into an office, because more often than not, you're actually going to sink quite a lot of that cash into hiring people. We're not going to make anything for that. Just saying. I guess we could actually. So you can obviously take a look at game history, Killer Row sold loads to young people. This sold loads to young people. How much profit there is. Bloody hell. And it only cost 56k. It's insane. Obviously, the further you go into the game, the more it costs to make a game. But also, obviously, it also depends on how successful the console is and stuff like that. So essentially, what you have to do is, wow, 5 million copies. That's ridiculous. Alright. So, is it going to ask me to go into a new office yet? Because I want to. Obviously, the more stuff you actually have, the more research you can get. It's not actually going to ask me, is it? God damn it. Alright, research. No. Research open world, I think. It's probably a good idea. And hopefully after this it will actually ask me whether I want to go into an office, and then I will take it. Yay. And what sold a lot on the Sega Genesis? Sonic. And possibly other games. Yes, I would like to move, thank you. It's even got a normal progress bar from the Windows theme. God damn it. See what I mean? it pretty much is. Yeah, oh, I'm an idiot. Right. Need to train staff management. Okay, so now what you can do is, of course, hire people, and you also get character profiles now. So you get level 3, which means you get specific things in design, technology, speed, and research. Obviously, the faster, the more efficient your characters are, essentially. Obviously, you can go to the staff list. Obviously, there's only me in it at the moment. Alright. Obviously, you don't want to set your budget too high, otherwise you'll end up with looking at people who are essentially too good, and you'll have to choose one of them anyway in order to, in fact, confirm your choice. I think you can probably click the cross to cancel hiring, possibly. So check that. As you can tell, the money goes down pretty damn quickly. Oh yeah, that's because I set my budget. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Of course. Right. Design. Wow. 389 him. 375. 2k. He's actually got a bit of technology expertise as well. Personally, I think he would be better. Sure, his technology isn't great, but I think design is probably the most important so far. Let's hire him. Medium games, cool. And what I'm going to do is not click there. I'm going to click on the actual character itself. I'm going to train, staff welcome training. Start training. And that'll bring the efficiency bar up. Once it goes to full, it'll disappear. Once it starts going down, it'll reappear. And if it does start going down, then you need to essentially send them off to vacation. Let's hire someone technical, shall we? Wow. 252, 285. Wow, 504. Only he's asking for quite a lot. I don't know. I think it's either one of these. He's pretty reasonable, but his speed is actually a bit faster. Ooh. I'm gonna risk this guy. Okay, I'm gonna train him. Staff welcome training. And after that, we'll start a new game. Not by doing that. Thank you. Whatever. Alright. Develop a new game. Got prison all the way down there for some reason. Okay, what should we make for Sega Genesis? Actually, a lot of games were actually really good on the Sega Genesis. I believe there's a lot of fighting games on it. That sold really, really well. Obviously there was Sonic as well. What would that come under? Fighting or Sonic wouldn't come under any of these. God damn it, I need research, god damn it. Okay. New topic. Airplane. Seriously? And it... Wow. Just wow. Oh god. I'm gonna go for pirate, I think. Like a pirate RPG. Maybe even a pirate... Yeah, a pirate action, I think, would actually suit the Sega Genesis. And then... Do I need to add anything? I'm probably not going to actually add open worlds to an action game, to be honest. So let's just develop it and cater it for everyone. Dead fighter. There we go. That'll do. Alright. Pirate action. That's what it's going to be. It's going to go on to the Vina Oasis. It's a lot of money, but I'm willing to risk it. Next. Yep, that'll do. Alright. See if this does well. Hopefully it will. Linear story, yep, that'll do. I don't think you actually need that much story in a pirate action game, to be honest. Probably reduce it on the engine a little bit as well. A lot of gameplay. Bubbles flying everywhere. How do you do? Alright, artificial intelligence, yep, that needs to be ramped up. Level design, yeah. Very few dialogue. Sounds good to me. Level editor, sounds like a good idea, I think, for this kind of game. World design. Graphics, I think, needs to be ramped up, definitely. Sound needs to be ramped up personally, I think, anyway. World design, I don't think you really need in a pirate action game, honestly. Graphics and sound. Just reduce slightly on the sound, but cater for graphics. Graphics is important for pirate action games. Let's hope I'm right. Fix those bugs and I can fix it. What? Whatever. Right, let's finish. New record. Sweet. Oh. Apparently it's not a great combo. Hopefully it'll actually sell though. That's the main thing. Simple cutscenes. Alright. Alright. Sweet. 7, 9, 7, 8. It's actually a pretty good game, apparently. Interesting. So, yeah, you don't have to go by video game history. It does have a rather innovative algorithm that lets you actually test specific varieties, which is the good thing about this game. So even though you can in fact go by video game history and essentially just be a profitable business, I think with that as soon as I release that game as well, oh, be fine. Seems that strategy games are especially popular at the moment. Okay. Let's make a strategy game then. First of all, research. Better AI. Definitely for strategy. Then we can make an awesome strategy game. Go, go, go. Okay, there we go. No, don't do that. Custom game engine, better AI, open world, also in a strategy game. Okay. Brutal 2. It's actually one. Sorry. Completely forgot that it was still in alpha. It is now released. It's now properly released. It still has failed graphics, but you know, whatever. It'll be fine. Hopefully. Would strategy actually work on a SNES? Maybe. Sweet. That sounds okay. It's not too bad. But it wasn't exactly a killer app, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to try and create a killer app for the new TES, I think. So I'm gonna buy for that. I'm gonna make a strategy. I think I'll go with the previous one. So what was the space strategy that I called? Ah yes, Starcry 2. There we go. On the Brutal 1 engine. It caters for everyone. I think that might be a good idea. Actually, strategy wouldn't really work on that sort of system, I don't think. Or would it? It wouldn't really, would it? Nah. It's kind of difficult. I could develop it on the PC. This strategy game. Probably be a good idea. Possibly. I mean, the original Starcry was on the Commodore 64, so it would make sense to put it on the PC, so let's do that. Start development. No, we are not supporting a steering wheel, and we're certainly not supporting a freaking gamepad. Why would you support a gamepad? Oh, I don't actually have research for mouse. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh my god. I can't. Ah. Why did I do that? I'm an idiot. I am actually an idiot. Oh well. Oh dear. Well, hopefully it will. I didn't choose better AI, did I? Because I'm an idiot. I didn't. This is what happens when I'm tired. I'm sorry. There. Oh god, this is gonna be a horrible sequel to Starcry. Even though it's technically not a sequel anyway. Apparently. Yeah, I know. Oh god. Alright, dude. Fix the bugs. There we go. Right, finish. New records for both. Trend match. Oh, sweet. Let's do this quickly. Alright. Better dialogues. Starcry 2 came in, okay. Whoa, okay. Wow. No. 999. You can just fuck off. Alright. Oh God. Yeah, we all know about this story. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We know. God damn it. Let's see how Starcry 2 sells. Wow. Seems to be quite popular among the PC gaming market, though the PC gaming market isn't exactly. Alright, you can go on vacation, so that's how you. Obviously, I got Starcry 2 out pretty much at a fairly decent time, and I pretty much got my money back from that. But yeah, this game has some pretty cool, neat ideas. I'd say it's definitely worth $8 as far as I'm concerned. But as I was saying before, you have to consider the fact that it does rely quite a lot on video game history, as in real life video game history, and it takes from that concept. It also takes from a few very similar games, more notably Game Dev Story, originally written in Japanese. Obviously, this is inspired by it, which is obviously not a bad thing. Certainly not a terrible thing either. I wouldn't call this a review as such. It's just a first impressions. I haven't even got to end game stuff yet. I haven't really essentially completed this game because I haven't managed to actually make really good games apparently. So I still need to make a bit more before I can essentially give you my full review on this game, but I like it. It's really, really cool, and I also like the fact that there's still ping pong in the background, even though we're in theory in the 90s right now. Whatever, game. I'll let you get away with it this time. I've been Brutal Excess, and that was to take a look at Game Dev Tycoon. I almost said story then. God damn it. Why did the titles have to be so similar? Anyway, so you can get it on Greenlight. Well, sort of. There's a link on the Greenlight page where you are sent to another page where you can buy it on credit card, PayPal, and it's $8 or your regional equivalent. For some reason, it applies digital tax sales if you live in the UK. I don't know whether that applies to any other foreign countries. I honestly don't know. It's just a case of going over to that website and finding out for yourself. But as I said, there's credit card, PayPal, stuff like that. Obviously, if you really like this game, if you think this is a pretty cool and neat feature, then I would highly suggest that you actually vote this game up on Greenlight. Make sure that it gets on Steam, because it is a pretty cool concept and I would love to see it on Steam. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my first impressions, and I will see you next time.